No phones, 247 church, roll call, risk of not writing exams, one thing after another thing. Good things as well. For 4 years in Covenant University, was it really worth it? Stay here to find out. Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, I feel like a rookie saying that. And I mean, that's what you get when you leave your YouTube channel. You abandon it for like what, 3 years? I can't remember what my last video was. But point is, I am back. I promise you that I'm not going anywhere this time around. I know I've said that before, said it a lot of times, but by God's grace, I am here. I'm staying here this time around. When I started this channel, I was in 200 level. Now I have graduated from Covenant University, so you can see that that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. So yes, to continue on this channel, I feel the first thing to do is to First thing to do is to talk about my experience in Covenant University, as you can see in the caption of this video. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I spent 4 good years, y'all. 4 years, I don't know this song, but that's not the point. Yes, I graduated from Covenant University about 6 months ago. So let's talk about that, shall we? Yes, let me show you a few of my convocation pictures up on the screen. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Like I said, I feel like a rookie all over again. So I need to relearn the ropes of everything. So yeah, I believe you're seeing my convocation pictures somewhere. I hope so. And so if you are an aspiring student of Covenant University, currently a student, or you just want to listen to this gist for one reason or the other, you're welcome. Sit tight. As much as I'd like to talk about everything, I cannot talk about everything, right? So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to break down what I want to talk about in sections, and I'll be doing that in 4 sections. 1, I'll be talking about spirituality. That's basically the bane of Covenant University, right? 2, academics, because my parents sent me to school to read my books, yes. 3, social and leadership. I'm putting them together because for me, like my experience, they kind of intersected, if you get what I'm saying. And then the last thing I'll talk about is the rules. I think that should be first, actually. I should mention some of the rules first, because I'm sure you heard about the rules of Covenant University. Let's get into the gist. Rules and rumors, Covenant University. Oh, I heard you guys don't use phones in Covenant University. Yes, you are correct. We do not use phones, but we do have other like devices. It's not like we are entirely disconnected from the whole world. We have iPods, iPads, tabs, laptops. The point is just that you shouldn't have a SIM-enabled device. And I know in your head you're like, okay, what's the point? I heard so many stories or reasons why phones are banned, so I don't even know which one is the true story, so I'm not even going to get into that. The only difference between having your phone and having these other devices is just that you cannot call using like a, what's it called? It's a cellular, MTN and Co. Basically, you don't have a SIM, so you cannot call using this thing has skipped my head. It is Sakwa Milori. How they say to you, but when you think about it, it's not really that much of a big deal. I mean, I was in Covenant University for 4 years and I'm still alive. I'm using my phone now, so it's not that big. Yes, you're not allowed to wear black on black, like black shirts, black trousers, or black on black shirt. Why? I was in, was it 200 or 300 level when they brought this rule? I don't even know how to explain the logic behind it. To be very honest, I do not understand the logic behind some of the rules, right? I don't understand the logic behind it, and so yeah. Lights out or roll call. Yes, we have roll call every single night by 9 p.m, meaning that you cannot be outside beyond 9 p.m. So basically it's like a curfew, right? You get into your hall of residence, you do your biometrics, your thumbprint, and then it will clock you in on the system that, oh yes, this person was in the hostel as at when due. And so a couple of things are tied to your attendance, because that's the next thing. Oh, I heard that if you don't go to church, you won't write your exams. It doesn't necessarily work like that. So you need 75% attendance to be able to write your exams, to be eligible to write exams. And how does it work, right? The attendance is made up of, I say 3 things. First is your regular class attendance, right? You should, so ideally you should have 75% of your class attendance. Now you could have 100% in your class attendance, and then your attendance is still affected by a couple of things. So 2 things: 1, your roll call, and 2, church. We call it chapel service. right? So we go to church. Okay, you know what? I might as well dive into spirituality. Church, chapel. So we go to chapel twice every week. It's compulsory on Sundays and then on Tuesday or Thursdays. Tuesdays is usually for goodness, I just graduated and I forgot to. CST and CMSS chapel services was on Thursday. Okay? And then Tuesday was for COE, that's engineering students, College of Engineering, and CLDS, College of Leadership Development Studies. Yes, I cannot believe I forgot that. Then on Sundays as well, there are 2 services. I don't know what the arrangement is right now, but before I left, it was according to your halls of residence, because there are 10 halls in total, 5 female halls and 5 male halls. Some things have changed, so I'm talking about when I was there like 6 months ago, right? So yeah, so they arranged the 5 halls were in Alpha group, 5 halls were in Omega group, and then you go for service based on that. Why is it compulsory? So the same way we do biometrics every night, like 9 p.m. to clock in at the hostels to make sure you are in, is the same way during chapel services we do our biometrics as well. So this is where the intersection of your class attendance and chapel service attendance and roll call determine your eligibility to write your exams. All right, so if you miss chapel service, that's automatically suppression. Yes, that's what we call suppression. Suppression means a week of your class attendance is basically invalid. So meaning, even if you went to class for that week, like the week you missed chapel service, even if you went to class for that week, the default in your chapel service attendance nullifies the class attendance for that week. I can't get into details to break it down like to the nitty-gritties, to the bits and pieces, but basically that's how it works. So it's not just your class attendance. So in my thumbnail, rather in my hook, when I said risk of not writing exams, so yes, there's a risk of not writing exams. Like unlike other universities that may not have some of these caveats, you have to meet up 75% of your class attendance, make sure you go to chapel service, make sure you clock in for roll call, so there's no risk of not writing exams. And why do I say this? When I was in 100 level, something happened, and it was 100 level Omega semester. Oh my goodness, you people, I was crashing out because it looked like I was not going to write my exams. No, not that I was not going to write my exams. So I don't know why, but it seemed like I was just sleeping. Like I was really sleeping that semester. Like I was just sleeping. A girl was tired. I had 3 roll call defaults, and so automatically that's 3 weeks, right? And if you have 10 classes, for example, in the whole semester, and you miss 3 classes, that's 7 over 10. That's 70%. Bam! What does that mean? Automatically, it means you're not eligible to write your exams in it. So that kind of thing. So I don't even remember, but I know that it wasn't even entirely my fault, because I felt there were days that I even did my roll call and it didn't show on my portal. And so at a point I had to start taking pictures when I was doing my roll call. Like I'll take a picture of my thumb there and the biometrics machine as per evidence, so proof that I clocked in and whatnot. But somehow by the grace of God, they cleared the roll call default. If your roll call default is 3 and below, we're going to clear the default, and so they cleared it for me. And by the special grace of God, your girl was able to write her exams. I can never forget that day, people. The day they cleared it was one of my friend's birthdays. Like I was in her room, and it was like, what, a week, 2 weeks to exams, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And I didn't want to be sad that day, because I'm like, I'm celebrating my friend, this is my friend's day, but see, you can humble you. I remember leaving her room, going to the reception that day, because in her room I was sulking. I wasn't really happy, because why would I be happy, right? And then I went to the reception, and then I saw that they had cleared the roll call. Oh my goodness, oh my god, wow! And I went back to her room, and then we just continued. I will talk about service units. So in Covenant University, well, about 14 or 15 service units, can't necessarily remember, but my service unit was CETG. That's Covenant University Theatre Group. Oh my goodness, I love those people with my whole heart. CETG was one of the reasons, or one of the things that kept me going in CU. Like I just didn't know that I would find people like that I would just like gel with. I'm a very dramatic person. CETG is a dramatic unit. right? And it's good because you have a mix of everybody in CTG. We have people that are not dramatic, we have people that are dramatic, like somehow you just fit in. This is not me saying that CTG is for everybody. It's not for everybody. For the people that it's for, it feels like family. It feels like family. There's something we literally used to say in CTG: Super Glow is strong, but family is stronger. Clock it. And that's so true, because I mean, we were like a family. I remember even when I was in 100 level, that's when I joined CTG, like from the beginning of my stay in Covenant University, and it was bliss. It was beautiful. I had a nice time. I made so many friends. Some of my closest friends were from CUTG as well, like that I still talk to till tomorrow. So many nice, let me say, seniors. You know how in secondary school you have seniors? We didn't really call them seniors in my secondary school, but yeah, I was in 100 level and I could relate with people that were in 400 level, 500 level. Like, it was just so beautiful. CUTG was home. It was really home. So chapel is like, let's say, 3 layers. There's under chapel, there you have a we call it shopping mall. It's not so big, it's quite tiny. Shopping mall, you have some food vendors. The middle floor is the chapel. Then above the chapel, that's where you have most of the service unit offices. So our office was there as well. CTG, I don't know, I just really love those people. So in CTG we had 4 sub-units. We had production, we had script, we have PRO, that's public relations, and we had welfare. I was in welfare at first, then I got hijacked into PRO, and then for my 200 level till my 400 level, I was an executive in CUTG. I mean, all these things are intersecting, so I talk about that under leadership. Basically, what I would say is, yes, CU is very big on spirituality, and by God's grace, I have a very good relationship with God. I could attribute part of it to being a Covenant University student. Like, it helps push my spiritual life. So I'd say 2 things. For people who maybe you actually do want to build a relationship with God already, like you already have that desire, it could be a good thing because it could push you. There are many programs, so many programs to attend, all of that. Like, it could push you. For people that don't know where to start from, there are people to talk to, spiritual leaders, other fellow students like you that are also leaders, could push you. But at the same time, for people who, because you don't force people, like, meet Jesus. Like, even Jesus that died for us, he did not force people to accept him. Forcing people into things they don't want to do, like, there's this, let's say, resistance, and there's a word I'm looking for that starts with R as well. It's not resistance, and I can't remember the word, that it makes them yeah, I think resistance. I can't remember the second one, but you're making it, you're doing more harm than good, actually, right? So because I understand the perspective of bringing children to Covenant University, and then Covenant University is that spirituality is one of our main focus and whatnot, and so at the end of their stay here, we expect them to have developed a relationship with God, all of that, which is important, which is good. It works out for some people, but for people on the other hand, that like it just doesn't work that way for everybody. You don't force people into Christ. You can show them, like, little by little. And when I say force, it's not like they'll put a gun to your neck, right? But it's just like, if you're tying my attendance to go into church, and that's my writing exams, obviously I would want to go. Not that I would want to go, I have to go. So that's what I mean by forcing. But that's a whole other topic for another day to unpack. But yeah, for me, it worked out because I already, from a young age, I loved God, and I was always trying to develop a relationship with God. So for someone like me, it worked out. For some people, not necessarily. But what I'll say to anybody that is aspiring to go to Covenant University is, beyond Covenant University, right? God is a very important aspect of life. I don't believe any human being should walk through this life without knowing God, honestly speaking. So I would say, even if you're not necessarily, like, you're annoyed or why are they forcing me, all of this, I would say, look at it beyond Covenant University. A relationship with God is for my good. It's not about Covenant University. So try to develop a relationship with God. That's me saying, try to find yourself at the other side of it. That's on the side where all the programs and the things they do would actually push you into a relationship with God, rather than take you further away, or resentment. That's the word I was looking for. Or build resentment. It can be tricky, I know, because I have friends on the 2 sides of this divide. Just try. Okay, let's move on to academics. I hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. Academics in Covenant University, what's it like? So I studied economics. Yeah, That's under CMSS, College of Management and Social Sciences, and by the special grace of God, I graduated with a first class degree. You want to know my CGPA? Should I tell you my CGPA? You like this? You like my boy? Anyways, I graduated with a 4.88 CGPA, and I still haven't confirmed this piece of information, but I was either the second best or third best student in my department. Whoop whoop whoop, glory to God. What exactly do I have to say about academics? They taught me now, and I read my books and I passed. Okay, but beyond that, okay, let's talk about maybe learning facilities in Covenant University. Okay, we have like smart boards, projectors, public address systems. I mean, I'd have more details maybe if I was in the science field, maybe I was in engineering or something like biology, biochemistry, where I know they'd use apparatus and, you know, machinery and all of that. But I didn't use none of that. I used biro and book. But like I said, from my experience, academics in Covenant University was good. They did not compromise on their standard of academics. I was taught properly. My project, my supervisors guided me properly. I had friends as well that could help in time of need. Okay, and yes, that's another thing. So a lot of people are very open to teaching, like students, my experience again, fellow students, because you'd hear people would like form tutorial groups by themselves. From Covenant University, we've had, okay, this is me giving out a shout out to Edu4U Global, right? I think it's one of my classmates that's kind of started that. So basically, it helps to facilitate your learning in Covenant University, right? And also, I know there have been things like insight past questions. I think that was made by a student as well. He compiled past questions from different years for, I think, students in engineering. I was so upset when they brought out that thing because I was like, hello, where's my own? But yeah, my point is like, people were committed to learning, people were committed to helping other people learn as well. Then also they have facilities like okay, we have the library. Oh, why didn't I think of that? I'll tell you why. I didn't really go to the library. First class student, I didn't go to the library. I know, there are many. I wasn't really a fan of going to the library because I love my bed. I love the comfort of my room, so I'd always read in my room. It was only a few times I had to go to the library, particularly in final year, because of my project work. So Wi-Fi in the hall wasn't working properly, then I'd go to the library. Exam season. You know how they'll say, oh, make sure you read during the semester, after each class, read your books, I wasn't able to do that. Never ever. Another thing is, I am not a night reader normally. But when I got to like 300 level, I knew that if I did not read my books at night, I would have been cooked. Reading in the night was an experience. I remember my birthday in 400 level was on a Sunday. My birthday is February 16th, by the way. So it was on a Sunday, and the next day, which is Monday, we had an exam. ECM 411, that's microeconomics, advanced microeconomics. I couldn't read the day before that. It was just that night, Sunday night, that a couple of friends and I decided to start reading, because I mean, it was my birthday now. So I was trying to be happy, enjoy my day, but at the back of my mind I was like, hey, this girl, you have exam tomorrow, this girl, you have exam tomorrow. So that night it was a struggle. It was a struggle, but thankfully I have really smart friends, so they taught me quite a number of things, quite a lot, and by God's grace, that's what came out in the exam, and I passed, and I bagged another A by the special grace of God. Somebody shout glory. All right, so like I said, I don't really have much to say about academics, so that's that. Next up, we are talking about social and leadership. What do I have to say? Can you have a social life in Covenant University? That is a very interesting question. You can make the most of it anywhere, anytime. So maybe you won't necessarily have the let's say regular social life of maybe your friends in other universities, maybe where they do parties, all of that. The party you have is a chapel program. Omega semester, we have most service units have their programs. Like CETG, we have drama nights. Woo! So we have a drama night. So basically, drama night is like what? A 2 hour 30 minutes like drama production. Reflections with our sister in dance. So they dance for 2 hours 30 minutes based on a theme, like that. So those were the social programs. But apart from spiritual social programs, we have things like TEDx Covenant University. So we've had different speakers come for TEDx. We've had An Endless Ocean, we've had Tunde Onokoya, we've had Hilda Bassi, I think we've had Tomike. Yes, we've had Tomike. Quite a number. Right? And so there are other events. Then we have some students that have their own shows. One of my friends, he had the early morning show, right? That's like his talk show. Another one of my friends, he had his comedy show, Jokes on You Comedy Club. Then there were so many like things like that. So those are also social activities. So it might not be the regular parties and whatnot. I wouldn't say we have a party. Not necessarily a party in the sense of what you'd expect party to mean, but you can have genuinely fun. I mean, we have sporting activities, right? So as a swimming pool, I can bet you that up to 60% of Covenant University students leave the school without swimming there. My statistics are not necessarily correct, but I'm just using that to show you that there are quite a number of things that you can do as well, right? So when I say 60% of the students didn't even use the swimming pool, even me that I'm talking, I only went there like what, maybe twice. One of my friends, she was saying we must go, and we didn't eventually go like again until we graduated. So point being, there are a few things you can do, so why not make the most of those few things, right? There's a gym. You can see this face. Why I didn't go there, so I don't even know if it's a standard gym or not, but point again is there are a few things to do. There are some people that skate around school, like skateboard, roller blades, like there are a few things to do. And then you can create your own fun. I've seen this thing now, more people are putting trends of what to do before I graduate from Covenant University, things like that. I had so basically a bucket list. You can create a bucket list, right? Maybe host a picnic with my friends. For me, my social life was a mix of all of these things. It revolved mainly around my friends, because I mean, you can do solo things, right? But things are more fun when you have friends to do them with. And I had really good friends. That I would say, I had very good friends while I was in Covenant University. I still talk to them till tomorrow, right? So yeah, there's that. So I just had good friends in the sense that even if we weren't necessarily doing anything like, oh, people, let's do a picnic together, let's do this, just having company, just having them around me was okay for me. And that's my experience, right? Yours might differ, but to me, that's the importance of having good friends. We were our own entertainment. We didn't need anything in particular to drive the fun out of us. We could just sit down in our room now and start kind of gisting, we'll be laughing, we'll be dancing. I have some very funny throwbacks of some of my friends and I from 200 level, 300 level, where we were doing nonsense, right? But that's just it. So that's my social life in Covenant University. TEDx, all of it. I tried to go for these events when I could, when my friends had talk shows, like some of these things you pay maybe 2,500, 3K. I did because I knew that okay, we don't have as many activities, so to say, and if I want to make the most of my stay here, the few ones that we have, I would go for them, right? So drama night, in as much as it's a spiritual program, we are like CTG, we are good like mad. So it will be funny, it will be entertaining, you'd learn, you'd be blessed, and at the same time you're having fun. I mean, that's a win-win for me. Reflections, I love dance, I love watching people dance. So watching them dance, interpret scriptures through dance and so many things, was so beautiful. Choir, CUMB, singing, like they knew, like there were things to do. The few programs we had, there were things to do. There's also Chancellor's Cup, that's mega semester. It's like all the courses, right? You have your football team, and then you all play against each other, and then till we get to the winner. So there are things to do. Maybe not necessarily the ideal in other schools, in other universities, but there were things to do. Leadership, I think that's the last thing I'm talking about. This video is already quite long. Please watch it to the end. Please do. Leadership. My leadership journey in Covenant University started when I was in 200 level. 200 level alpha semester, I became an executive in my service unit. I was the PRO executive, that's public relations officer. I was the assistant head 2. By the end of that semester, I think, or the next semester, I became assistant head 1. Then in my 300 level, I was the PRO head. During drama night season, I was the head of drama night auditions. We call it director of auditions. And 400 level, I was the general secretary of CUTG, something you call like directorate body, like the top 5, which is the head of the unit, the assistant head 1, assistant head 2, the GenSec, That was my position, and then the assistant gen sec. So you could say that maybe my 400 level in Covenant University, I was the number 4, so to say, in the units. So that's based on, okay, and I was also the logistics head. That's in Drama Night period. So in Drama Night, like, we have some more roles that are added because we don't need them on a regular basis, but during Drama Night they are important, right? So I became the logistics head, and it was a lot. I had other positions, right? I think a notable one would be that in my 400 level, I was the CPC chair, which is the Convocation Planning Committee chair for my set. We are the 20th set, clock it, of Covenant University. And by God's grace, I was the chairperson. Right, I think the second chair that was being a female. I think the first female chair was in 2017. Then I was the next. That role was demanding. It was a lot. Because I mean, CPC chair. So I was the students representative chair, because there was a central committee as well. That's the adult committee, so to say. So for the students, I was the student chair representing my set. I had teammates as well. We were 8 in number. I had my vice chair. We had the financial secretary, logistics head, PRO, technical head, souvenir head, and then the liaison. That's the liaison between CPC and the student council. So I don't want to necessarily get into that because this video is already too long. I wouldn't want to bore you guys. I know I'm not boring you. I'm a very interesting girl. But yeah, you can let me know if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about, and maybe I'd either just reply your comments, or if I feel like I could actually expatiate and make a full video out of it, I will. But yeah, that was it. I had my first share of leadership in Covenant University, and what did it do for me? It built something in me. I would say resilience in respect to being the CPC chair, for example. Maybe there are some activities that other schools do and I would want to do, we can't necessarily do, so we have to come to a compromise. It built a lot in me. It built critical thinking. I had to be quick. Okay, they said no to this, what can we do instead? Okay, we run into this issue, what else can we do? Think outside the box, find a compromise. So I developed all of those things. So I think I'm done talking about my experience in Covenant University. I wish I planned this video properly. I'm sure I've had a lot more context, a lot more things to talk about, and I've had maybe a better flow. But I mean, it was good, right? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Did you enjoy this video? And so now I feel free. I feel now I can now come back to YouTube now that I've given you, like, it's like a mini life update. Okay, I'm done with Covenant University. Boom. I've gone to NYSC camp. I mean, I'm currently doing my service year right now. Right. So yes, I feel free to now continue on this channel. It's like a new beginning. It's a new beginning for us all. I can continue on this channel. I can do vlogs. I'm thinking of going into fashion creating because I've always loved fashion, right? And yeah, that's something I think I'm going to do it scared, do it unsure. I'm going to put my Instagram account somewhere here, so you could follow me on Instagram, because that's where I'll be doing the fashion content, lifestyle vlogs and all of that here. You know, you guys are my first love. YouTube was my first love. I ran to Instagram because I felt YouTube was so much work, but is there anything that isn't work at all? Because even after running to Instagram, I still didn't pull my weight there, but I'm being committed. So I'm coming back to you, my loves, and I'm going to Instagram as well. So yeah, just, you know, figuring it out on the go. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I really do hope you did. Yes, I hope you did. Tell me something in the comment section if this is your first time of watching me, because I mean, it's not like I even had a large audience before ghosting YouTube or so. So if this is your first time of watching me, I promise you would love to stick around. You would love to stick around. So thank you for coming. I don't think I mentioned my name earlier. My name is Kodichima, but you can call me Kodi. You can call me V Kodichima, which is my YouTube channel name, which is my Instagram name, V Kodichima. Yeah, that's who I am. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, share it with maybe an aspiring Covenant University student, a current Covenant University student. You're like, is this not Cody? Is this not that baby? Yeah, it's me, guys. It's me. Maybe, I don't know, somebody just like, this baby's really fine. Oh, see this babe, what do you think? She's a fine girl, innit? Yeah. So yes, guys, thank you for coming to this video. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. Cheers to more videos soon. See you in my next video, maybe a vlog. I've already shot a vlog actually. I think that's the next thing you guys are going to be seeing. I shot one already, but this video has to come first. So yeah. So I'm gonna edit this video. I mean, if you're watching this already, I've edited you. So yay, that'll be all. See you guys in my next video. Tell everybody that the Kodichima is back.